We're back with a little news, people. A little bit of news. So let's talk about some stuff that happened this week. Let's talk about our president and some of the stuff that went down inside the Oval Office. Is serious business. But I got a couple comments on this. Some light, some serious. Let's keep going.
Well, with Donald Trump's government shutdown now threatening the reliability of air travel in the United States, giving Americans new worries today about every airline reservation anyone currently holds for air travel in America, including Thanksgiving travel, Donald Trump gathered in the Oval Office with pharmaceutical company executives to discuss possible future price reductions for what Donald Trump inelegantly calls the fat drug.
So today I'm thrilled to announce that the two world's largest pharmaceutical manufacturers, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, have agreed to offer their most popular GLP-1 weight loss drug. I call it the fat drug, remember? At drastic.
Why you gotta call it? Why does he gotta call it the fat drug? Okay, I think this is a good thing, though. I think because you know what, those drugs are $1,500, $1,400. Okay, and you know what? The sad part about this is, and this is the pharmaceutical scam. Okay, when these drugs were first made, they were made for diabetics. Okay, they were made for diabetics. But then you send Oprah and everybody else on these drugs, and they couldn't make enough. So they stopped giving them to diabetics, and they started giving them to people that could afford them. They made so much money off the drug now. Yeah, they're gonna lower it. I think that's good. But let's not think that this is some type of generosity here.
Discounts.
As Donald Trump, along with some of his administration officials and pharmaceutical executives, droned on, someone standing with the group collapsed, which immediately sent the physician in the room, Dr. Mehmet Oz, into action, along with other normal human beings who reached down to help the man who was revived and then helped from the room.
This guy's busted open. I feel
by
sorry.
White House medical
He's okay
staff.
though, people. He is okay.
At the first sign of the commotion, Donald Trump turned around, as you see there. But then, not understanding what was happening, he turned away. When he saw that man on the ground, he looked and then turned away, as you see here.
You see him turning away, people. You got to admit.
And then Donald Trump, a person without a single sympathetic instinct.
That's true. You got to admit.
Stood.
You know what I'm saying?
Stand.
You know, if you could pick apart one word that's coming out our president's mouth, if he could say it, he probably would say, damn. Did you have to fall out now? Did you have to fall out right now? Why couldn't you fall out when I was done? Just look at the look on his face. He doesn't care about this guy. This guy interrupted his speech, his moment. And that's how he felt. And the guy's sitting there with his legs elevated. He's looking straight ahead. He don't care. That could be me on the floor. It could be you on the floor. His mind right now is, damn, why now? I digress.
Staring straight ahead, as if pretending that whatever suffering the man behind him was experiencing wasn't happening. And yes, that's the man's foot in the air that you see in the corner of that picture, his feet. This image captured Donald Trump's ability to completely ignore a person in need. We know what Joe Biden would have done. We know what Barack Obama would have done. We know what George W. Bush would have done. They would have gotten physically involved in reaching down to help that person. They wouldn't get in the way of Dr. Oz or any other medical professional there, but they wouldn't ignore it. They wouldn't turn away.
They wouldn't turn away.
Donald Trump did that today.
Bush wouldn't turn away.
With a man on the floor in the Oval Office. And he did it today with millions of American air travelers.
I'm sorry.
Plans
This is serious business. He don't care.
And he did it today with millions of Americans who are worried about their ability to afford food because Donald Trump is trying to take their supplemental nutrition assistance benefits away, while a judge in Rhode Island continues to order Donald Trump to fund those benefits fully? It is the same Oval Office where Donald Trump congratulated Elon Musk for taking food out of the mouths of starving children and starving people in famine conditions in Africa. It is the same Oval Office where Donald Trump congratulated Elon Musk for denying life-saving medicine that this country has been giving to fight AIDS in Africa for over 20 years, thanks to a very successful program created by President George W. Bush and Dr. Anthony Fauci. Elon Musk killed all of that with Donald Trump's hearty approval, which led Bill Gates to describe Elon Musk as the world's richest man killing the world's poorest children. The New Yorker is reporting on a new analysis that shows that Donald Trump and Elon Musk's destruction of the United States Agency for International Development has already caused the deaths of 600,000 people, 2/3 of them children.
Now, enough laughing. That's serious and that's sad. But it's true. We cut that USAID, people, and I remember that there was tons of food that was in the warehouse that should have went to the Sudanese kids. He just let the food rot, and then he burned it. And people are dying right now because USAID has been stopped. Now, before a lot of you say America first, if that money that was being cut by USAID came back to America, then you would have some type of argument. But when you give the money's coming back by cutting USAID, but then you give $40 billion to Argentina, somebody, even the most staunchest MAGAian, has got to say that's not cool. Okay, and I'm not one to support, and I will not support Marjorie Taylor Greene, but if there's a king of MAGA, she was the queen of MAGA, and even she's saying it's not cool. It's not cool. But what you're looking at, in all seriousness, is a man that's devoid of compassion. He's devoid of it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have a caring bone in his body. He is all about him. And that man on the floor could have passed out. Thank God he's okay. But if he wouldn't have been okay, it would have been what it was. He took away his moment. And people are dying. And the one thing I can say about Trump 2.0 this term is that you're getting a person this year, this term, his lame duck term, that is pushing the limits of his presidency, that's really trying to find out how far can I go before I cross the red line? How many boats can I blow up? How many children can I kill? 400,000 of that 600,000 were children that died. And there are stories online of mothers crying out and blaming America because the children died because the aid had stopped. So at some point, Donald Trump is going to have to wrestle with this. Donald Trump is going to have to, at some point in his life, maybe not this presidency, maybe down the road somewhere, maybe before he gets to meet God, he's going to have to wrestle with the things that he's done as president of the United States. And the voters are going to have to wrestle with that too, in terms of what did you allow him to do by casting your vote for him. And that's all Kenobi and I got to say on this one.